What's good, Raider Nation? Let's go, man. We're here another episode of the Smokeout Hour. Where we're here with episode number 64. Pretty much, man. We just chilling. Just getting off of this second joint practice. I heard a couple good things. Wasn't as great as maybe the you know maybe as great as last week, but you know what? A lot of good work. You know what I mean? Good. I think a lot of good things came out of today. Pretty much, you know what I mean. You got Tyree back on the field. You know what I mean. You got Max out there. Being coaching Tyree up. You know what I mean. Getting him ready. Teaching them technique, teaching them stuff like that. I just think everything. This team is just it has a different feel about it. You know what I mean. It has a whole different feel about it. It's just we're gonna get straight to it pretty much. You know what I mean. And it's just I think it's just more the team has more I don't know, like if they felt like maybe they had I don't know if they felt like that or anything like that. Just maybe by default, they don't have like that guy that's been there for he's the franchise guy, he's the face of the franchise. You know what I mean? You know what we're talking about, that former guy that was here last year. But I just think now guys are trying to make their names, make their names as a Raider. You know what I mean? Make their presence felt as a leader and stuff like that. So I think Max is doing a great job of taking guys under his wing. Taking just taking the initiative to be the leader, man, vocally. And then just also by just his work ethic. You know what I mean? Just showing how to work. You know what I mean? Showing how to be a professional athlete and stuff like that. Take accountability. He already has that in his back pocket. He knows how to take accountability. He knows how to go through something real difficult in his life. So it's just I think Max is going to take that step this year to where I think he's going to be in the. I mean he's already been in the conversations, but I think he's really going to be in those top two, top three conversations of defensive player of the year this year, man. I just feel like he's going to come into his own. Um, just everything else you heard you heard Michael Mayer come out of practice today. Had a lot of productivity with Jimmy G. You know what I mean? I think that relationship is gonna build quick. That relationship is gonna build and it's gonna flourish. You know what I mean? I just think that the tight end is Jimmy G's best friend. You know what I mean? It's always been kind of in his career. So I just feel the addition of Michael Mayer, you know what I mean, getting basically another first round pick was a big acquisition, man, a big thing for this organization because we lost Waller, and especially because of Waller's just his last couple of years with us, even with the injury bug and stuff like that, just not much productivity. It's time to get a good tight end back in here. You know what I mean? We kind of that was kind of our bread and butter even when we were down. You know what I mean? We always had pretty productive tight ends. And I think we're gonna get back to that. And I think Jimmy G is gonna, he's gonna feed his tight ends a lot, man. I think him, Austin Hooper, Fotheringham's making a name for himself. I think all three of those guys will get a spot on this team, and I think they're gonna play big roles in this offense, man. Especially Michael Mayer, man. You know what I mean? Uh, as far as the defense, kind of maybe took a slight step back. I think yeah, as in the secondary, you know what I mean? I think, Stafford kind of had a little bit of his way, but it is Stafford, you know what I mean? He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. He does know how to sling the ball. He is one of those gunslingers who I mean, he has that arm talent, man. And I won't take anything away from Stafford, but I mean, as far as their other quarterbacks, like, Stetson Bennett, guys like Marcus Epps, kind of had, their way, picking him off a couple times, a couple batted balls here and there. And as far as the defensive line, man, I heard, big things out of the defensive line, just as far as, Hondo Carpenter, putting tweets out there as in like, saying as far as the Raiders defensive line was dominated against the Rams offensive line today, and then put you know period, and then again put dominant. You know what I mean? Just to reiterate the word, and I just think that's big time, man. When you could hear that out of camp, because that's a lot of I think that's been one of our Achilles heels in our defenses, in the recent last couple years, in the last shit 20 years, you know what I mean? The defensive front, when you don't have a good defensive front, it kind of makes the rest of the defense kind of struggle. You know what I mean? Because it starts up. You know how they say it starts in the trenches. And I just think with guys getting on it, with Tyree back in the building, with you got guys like Darian Butler, you got guys, Adam Plant, you got guys, it's just you got guys like Silvera, you know what I mean? Adam, it's just just this saying as far as saying, ragdolling guys out there, you know what I mean? So that's big news, man. That's great to hear, you know what I mean? That's awesome to hear, man, because that's gonna play big dividends to our defense, you know what I mean, getting into that top 15, and even better. So as far as that part of the defense, I mean the joint practice, was great, man. A couple more chippiness. You hear you kind of heard Natane Muti and Aaron Donald get into it. That's kind of expected. You know what I mean? Those two guys. Natane Muti has kind of like a fucking mean streak, and Aaron Donald. He every year he's getting into a fight in these joint practices. So I mean, it was kind of expected, but uh shit, man, it's no backing down, man. This defense is going fast out there. I think there's some guys hurt, who are getting, kind of a little bit of therapy this week, and stuff like that. I mean, I know you got Hobbs back out there, but I think some guys, are just missing out there. So I just think it was overall not as good as last week, but it's still very productive, practice, because you see what we got. You seen the defensive line, dominate. You see Jimmy G go out there and throw a couple touchdown passes, throw a couple long touchdown passes. From what I hear, he also missed on a couple long ones. He overthrew, which is crazy. He overthrew a couple receivers. He connected with Michael Mayer a bunch of times. Hearing great things from Jacoby Myers, pretty much. I mean, hearing like as far as people saying like you got the work ethic of Hunter Renfro, Max Crosby, and you know what I mean, Max Crosby. And I forgot who else. You got those guys, those type of guys working out there, and you can't basically leave behind a guy like him, man, because I mean, I guess rumors are out of camp that he's just he's taking it all in, and he's shit, man. I mean, pause on that shit, pause big time on that, taking it all in. But nah, man. But it's just, I just think it's great to hear, man. These cat man guys, being leaders out there. Jacoby Myers showing his work ethic. Michael Mayer coming back out there. You got Tyreek going back out there, getting good work. I just think it's great, man. Great to see. Great to see. And I just now it's what are we gonna do Saturday? Let's see if what quarterbacks are gonna get the more playing time. I think Jimmy G's looking. I mean, from the sounds of it, man, I think he's gonna be ready to go, man. Week 1. You know what I mean? I think he's gonna be ready to go. I think he's gonna be, you know, already gonna be. He's already gaining some more chemistry with Da, especially Da being out there this week. And having Jimmy G being able to work with him, I think that's gonna be. I don't think that's gonna take no time at all, and then especially him already gaining chemistry with Michael Mayer, against other opposing defenses. That's great too, and just man, this team had me excited, man. This team got me excited. Pause, you know what I mean? Fucking not that type of excited, but just high hopes, man. Optimistic. It's just I might not, you know. I'm glad I don't see what other people see, and like that this team is taking a step back. I just feel like this team is taking multiple steps forward, and it's just the time will tell, man. Time will tell, especially with you know things ramping up. Guys getting cut, showing better effort today in practice. Next week, we got the Cowboys. I think this week we got to put some good film out there again, just to show like consistency. Show people that this ain't no. It was last week. Wasn't just the Niners maybe just lackadaisical out there or anything like that. I think it's trying to put a trying to put the consistency together, and make the Raiders a powerhouse again, man. It's just that's what it's time for again, man. You know what I mean? Shit, we haven't got to this. Let's do a quick little roll call. Couple people in here. We got Michael. We got Dirty Low, Anthony Estrada, Willie Wayne. We got Cool Kev. Shit, man. What's cracking? What's cracking, man? What's cracking, guys? Tubi, what's up, man? Mike G, NorCal. Hey, how you guys doing, man? How you guys doing? What you guys thinking, man? We got Raider Band up in the building. Shit, let's go, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing, man. I'm liking what I'm seeing out of our team. I'm loving the depth. I'm loving the hearing guys like Nesta Silvera, hearing guys like Darian Butler, hearing guys like Amari Burney. I just the depth is getting kind of it's getting real, man. I just think they're building their depth, and we're slowly seeing oh shit, these are actually good pickups. This is gonna add to our the depth of our team. This is gonna this is gonna give a real next man up mentality, because there's not too much drop off from like too many guys. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys that are skilled out here. Yeah, there's high end talent, of course, and that's another thing. What I like about this team, there's high end talent all over the field. You got Max, I think you got guys that with things to prove within, who have been stars in this league. With Chandler, you know what I mean. You got Colton Miller. Shit, man, you got guys like top fullbacks, one of the top fullbacks in the league, and Jacob Johnson. You got pending, one of the best running backs in the league. I think Jimmy G's a great, serviceable, and I just think he's going to be above that this year. He's going to prove a lot of people wrong. You got guys like Hunter Renfro, who's just a route runner, man. Jacoby Myers, also professional, and then you got Da. I think the best receiver in the game. I just think we got talent all over the field, man. You got guys who are coming off of Super Bowl appearances in Marcus Epps, Sam Webb getting fucking picks out there today. Just it's crazy, man. Yeah, it's I just think it sounds great, man, and it's not like it's not sounding like one of those too good to be true. I just think that this is the type of the team that we've been waiting for, a team that's been built right, a team that's getting good foundation, a team that has a solid future, ahead of them, because they got the money next year and all that stuff, and they already got a team that's building with depth. I just think the sky's the limit, man, and I just think this is the year where Josh McDaniels, I think he kind of redeems himself, and kind of gets wins some people back, man. You know what I mean? Shit, man. Let's. I put the link in the chat, guys. Some of the chats in the IG. If anybody wants to join in, you know what I mean. Just y'all more than welcome. Come in real quick. Smoke a bowl or two. You know what I mean. Talk about the Raiders. Give your thoughts about the joint practices. What do you guys think that we could improve on, or if there's any pickups out there that, or guys that you guys might want to drop already. You know what I mean? Just we're not gonna be on here too long. We might be on here for 45 minutes to an hour. Got some errands to run a little bit later, but it is gonna be basically like a smokeout hour. You know what I mean? So if anybody out there wants to come on, just come on, smoke a bowl, talk some shit real quick. You're more than welcome, man. Just pull up. Stay hydrated. I know he ain't with us anymore, but shout outs to fucking Denzel Perriman, huh? Stay hydrated, man. This heat, you gotta stay hydrated. But yeah, man, just bunch of things at a camp. You know what I mean? Let's just get some things that just some things that were kind of that I some tweets that I kind of like saved, archived, and stuff like that from today. You know what I mean? Hondo was a big Hondo was fucking putting a bunch of good things out there. Great. We need a guy like that out there, man. Hondo, big shout outs to Hondo Carpenter, man. He's he putting a lot of content out there. You know what I mean during these joint practices. Oh, I got somebody backstage, real joining me all the way from from our home, actually where our home's at. You know what I mean? From the LV, we got Lunatic Rain. Man. What's
What's
up,
the
man?
deal,
What's
man?
up?
Oh shit, just hanging
Chilling, man.
on
Chilling.
this motherfucking Thursday. Yep.
How you
I
feel,
ain't
man? How
got
you
no
feeling
boat
about today?
with the
You
practice.
ain't got no boat. Yeah, man. How you? I feeling a little bit
I'm,
of
I'm
news.
I mean,
Not as great as it was last week, but still productive. You know what I mean?
exactly. It's a different opponent, so of course it's not going to be the same as the Niners. But all in all, they got out of it what they needed to get out of it. They need to get out there and go against different opposition, different ops. You feel me? Waiting for
Yep.
Saturday night. You feel me?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? I'm gonna go
Man.
straight live right after the game on that one too. I'm gonna go live after the
Okay.
game. Just a quick little post game show. Just one of those. I'm gonna be doing that pretty much every game. You know what I mean? A little quick post game show right after, just that like raw reaction, basically. You know what I mean? Just to hear
Yeah.
if you're happy, if you're fucking mad, you're fucking sad, either or, man. You know what I mean? We're gonna be doing that. So win, lose,
Yeah.
or tie. You know what I mean? We're gonna be there.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Gonna
go
keep
live at
myself
like
to
about
that too.
8 in the morning. I'm gonna do like a game day morning show at 8 in the morning just to
That's
go
cool.
over what you look forward to and so forth. Yes, sir.
Saturday
I ain't got no
morning.
bowl to
Saturday.
smoke. I'm off coke. I'm off coke tonight.
Uh,
And Jack.
there it is.
Coke
There
and
it
Jack.
is.
Jack and Coke. Let's
Yes, sir.
go.
Tyree out there, man. Tyreek out there.
Man.
Getting some work. Getting some work. That's great,
Yes,
man.
sir, for
And then
real.
you have Hondo Carpenter out there saying like, Max had a chance to be like, those special team reps. He had a chance to be, resting, and he took, Tyree to the side and started teaching him technique and shit. You know what I mean? While he was supposedly, could have gotten rest, but he took that upon himself and be the leader that he is. You know what I mean? That he's turning into himself.
That's
I think.
what leaders
You know what I mean?
do.
It's just
Yes.
I like that
I
shit,
think
man. I love that shit.
I'm noticing this year a lot of things that this. See, that's why I tell people last year, I know you wanted to have like a good outcome of the season, but to be honest, when you have a whole new regime coming in, there's a process that they must bring along with them. You got to instill your system, and then you have to analyze the personnel to exactly see who fits your system. Then you make the decisions accordingly after the season by releasing those who don't fit and then drafting and signing free agents that do. Now look at the difference of our defense. You know what I mean? Like, when was the last time we seen a Raider defense actually get out there and get after it? I'm like flying around and you got leaders at every level from the defensive line with Max Crosby and Chandler Jones. They talk about highly on Spillane and his leadership, being able to direct people and put them in the right position. And now you got Marcus Epps in the secondary to help those
Yeah.
guys. We lack that leadership. You know what I mean? So it feels good to be able to say that it's like we finally have structure and we finally have leadership with the right
And even
people
hearing
at it.
the great shit I got of camp about like Nesta Silvera, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Darian Butler, you know what I mean? Like the word today of like they were
Yes.
ragdolling them. They were like
Bruh.
ragdolling the offensive line from the Rams. That's big time, man.
And then here another thing added to it. Hey, shout out to Ziegler, man, for doing this shit. How many times have you heard about an undrafted rookie getting out there doing their thing, whether it's Wagner, Curtis, Plant? You know what I mean? It's like these guys, whoever the scouting room is, hey, hats off to y'all. I'll send y'all a little Caesar's pizza. Hey, you are the real MVP. You know what I mean? Hey, they find these dudes under every rock they look under, and they find them. I was like,
I
man,
like
I'm
it.
impressed. I'm impressed with it, for real, for real. Shout out to the
It's
chat, man,
looking
for real, for real.
for sure, man. Wagner,
Huh?
Wagner. That was a big pickup, bro. The Wagner pickup. That was
Yes.
with
Man.
all the
Him
the
and
news you're
Curtis.
getting out of him. Yeah, McClendon Curtis. Yep. Oh, we
Cause
got.
I'm like, that could that can
Hold on one
potentially
second.
be your bookends with Colton Miller and Wagner. You know what I mean, as the
We got
tackles. And that those are
the
two big
homie
dudes.
backstage, Benther. Benther in the building.
What up? What up? What up? What up?
What's
Benthar,
up, man? What's up?
what's up, dude?
Shit, cooling. Fucking drinking this fucking IPA.
Salute.
A little bit of feedback.
Fucking
I think it's.
literally sitting here throwing the fucking ball up over and over again on Madden, trying to do this stupid fucking challenge.
Oh, I thought you was gonna say you sitting there butt naked in the hot tub.
I know you would love to see that, Loon, but no, dog, I'm not bucket naked.
Hey, bro. Hey, all I gotta do is take my
There's
glasses
Voodoo
off and
Rangers in the
I won't see
building.
shit. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Oh damn! What is that? Voodoo Danger? What is that?
Voodoo Ranger,
IPA.
9.5% IPA, fruit punch IPA.
Oh, that's I don't really care too much for the taste of IPAs, but if you trying to get that buzz, boy, they
Yeah,
got some IPs
And get it
out there,
quick.
boy. That's like 10 point something percent.
Yeah.
yeah, I
Man,
fuck with him, dog.
Damn near four
yeah, for
locos
real,
and
for
shit.
real.
I can't do the IPAs like the taste. I drink them just to get fucked up real fast, dog.
Hey, for real. That's the only. Yeah, for real. Me too. Me too.
I drank fucking 4 of them, dog, like 2 weeks ago on the podcast, and fucking after the show was over, dog, I vomited like a motherfucker, boy. I drank like 4 of them,
Damn,
bro, 4.5 of them in like 3 hours, dude. I was fucked up.
Damn.
man.
That's why I usually just stick
What
to
you think?
the Coors Lights and shit.
How you feeling, Ben? How
Yeah.
you feeling? What you thinking about the about practice, man? Like the just a little word that you hear about the joint practice from the Rams.
Um, Why does it seem like every year when we play the Rams, dog, there's always not when we play them, but like when we have a joint practice with them, we always fight the Rams, dog. Like every single time we fucking go up against the Rams in joint practice, there's always a fight, dog.
Well,
I think
even when the Rams have practice with the Bengals, like they get in fights. You know what I mean? I think the Rams just get in fights with everybody.
I think this is the first time in a long time, though, bro, that we've had a joint practice with the Rams and nobody got hurt, dog. Because I remember last time we had joint practice with the Rams, Aaron Donald like rolled up on Gabe Jackson's knee or something like that, and Gabe Jackson ended up
Yep.
missing a significant amount of time. And
Yeah,
then
he did, didn't he?
Nicholas
Moro.
Morrow coming off that good season, bro, he broke his foot against the Rams. So I
He
hate
went at
joint
it with
practice against the Rams, dog.
Nathan Muti on the first play, I guess, from first play that we joined like for joint practice. Nathan Muti and Aaron Donald went at it.
This is one thing I'll say about Natane Muti, dog. He might not be the most talented motherfucker, bro, but he's almost like that Richie Incognito type personality on your offensive line. Like very strong. He's not a bitch.
Man,
He's not a
cock strong
pushover.
for
Like,
real.
yeah, like I don't know about all that, but yeah. Fucking but if I had to choose between like Moody and Bars, dog, I'd be willing to give Moody a shot. The
Moody,
reason why I do like to keep Bars though is
for
because it's
real.
hard to keep that consistency, dog, across your offensive line. And Bars has a relationship with Illuminor at right tackle and fucking Parham at not Parham but James at center and Parham at left guard, and like you want chemistry along your offensive line. You want these guys to be like best friends. And I'd hate to break that up unless Natane Moody is really that good. Because what Alex
Yeah,
Bars, he might not bro, but he will.
Oh shit! What happened?
He is a fucking a run fucking blocking fucking mauler, bro. He mauls people in the run game.
Yeah,
So
they said that
I
fool at
just
the combine. He bench pressed that motherfucker 44 times. That's how
who
yeah,
strong
Muti?
Moody is. Yes.
Yeah, Moody's
they
strong,
said
44
man.
Mootie's like
reps.
the second strongest person in the NFL, dog. The entire league
Man.
is
Yeah,
like the
that's why
second strongest person.
I'm pretty
So
sure
if
Aaron
anybody
Donald.
can
That's why he got
manhandle,
mad.
They
And the other
Aaron
party got
Donald
mad. He
probably
couldn't
got
move him and
manhandled.
shit. He probably couldn't move
Exactly.
him and shit. He was like, "What the fuck, man? Move, motherfucker!" And Muti was like,
Mm-hmm.
Aaron
For
Donald
real.
just seems like he's one of them players, bro. Like he feels like since he's like this great player, this fucking established player, like he can just throw his weight around on people and people are gonna be bitches, dog. That's what I
Yeah,
get
don't you
from
remember
him,
last
bro.
year when
Yeah.
he fucking was
The-
got took that helmet off the bangle and started swinging that shit?
Yeah,
yeah,
like bro,
try to try to use intimidation, but some
you a
motherfuckers just
bitch,
ain't
dog.
intimidated. You know what I mean?
Yeah, these motherfuckers are big too, dog. These motherfuckers pause, but you know what I mean. These motherfuckers are just as strong and shit like that. So and just as prideful. So it's like these motherfuckers ain't trying to get punked, dog. You know they're gonna no matter how big and strong you are, they gonna challenge you. Especially these offensive linemen out there, bro. Especially guys
Man.
like Moody, guys like that, bro.
Well,
they're gonna
Moody,
challenge
let's
you.
be real, dog. He's trying to earn a roster spot, dog. Because in all honesty, if with season was to start today, it's probably Alex Bars's job. You know what I mean? So he's got to go out there and win every fucking rep. At least try to win every single rep to take that job from Alex Bars. And
Yep.
if he's looking at Aaron Donald across from him, he's like, I can't let this dude make me look like a bitch because if that's the case, then I'm definitely not going to get this spot. So he fucking went and punched him in the fucking mouth, bro. Like not
That's
literally,
what you
but
do.
yeah.
That's
First
what you
play.
do
It
for
was
real.
first play
Don't
from trunk practice
don't
when they
back
got
Yeah.
down,
together.
bro.
Yep.
Set the tone. You set the tone. That's what you do. I
Yeah,
like that
exactly.
shit.
I love
I
that
said you
shit,
you
dog.
might you might not win every single rep, dog, but don't back down. You feel me? Like
Yeah.
that's what we need. We need players that just don't back down. Like this might sound kind of fucked up, but a lot of you guys might agree with me, bro. It seems like a lot of the players that we've had over the years, dog, a lot of them they just cower down, bro.
Pussy
Like
Yeah,
they
soft,
get
yup.
scared of their matchup or
they're
whatever have
just
you, dog, and
like
they just
not
cower down.
confrontational, not
Exactly.
confrontational, and I don't like that shit. Like
Passive.
I want my
Like
fucking,
passive
Yeah,
type
I
passive.
want my
motherfuckers.
Yeah.
motherfucking
Yeah.
football players to be fucking, confrontate. I want them like not to be out of line. You know what I mean? Control that shit, but
But no
I
fear.
want you to be
No
no
fear.
fear, no fear of confrontation, bro. Let us go.
For real.
Well, like not just
So
that, but like, bro, we're the Raiders, dog. Like we're not bitches, bro. Like I don't know where this mystique of the Raiders being a bunch of bitches came from or whatever, dog. But like we are the bad boys of the NFL. Like we need
yes.
to get back to that, bro. You know what I'm saying? We
It looks
can't we
like they're on
can't.
they heading that direction.
So I just like players, bro, that aren't gonna back down, bro. Like
Yeah, for sure.
not folding. Like when they punch, you punch back. You know what I'm saying? Fuck a penalty, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Yup.
We ain't no pussies over here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I like. I,
And
I
that also
just.
shows these
I
youngsters
like what
how to
I'm seeing
fall in
though.
line and do the same shit.
I just love what I'm seeing
Yeah.
out of everything. You know what I mean? I just like the growth. I like the depth. I like the competition that people that they're having within themselves, within like the positions. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy ass fucking battles, man. Like the fucking the cornerbacks. Sam Webb. You hear Sam Webb having a good day today. And then another guy having a good day tomorrow, and it's like these guys are all battling, bro. It's like, damn, it's gonna be hard decisions, but I think those are good things to have, good problems to have, because just
Yep,
like
exactly.
if they're all producing, so it's hard to kind of choose from that. Like it's fucked up when it's like nobody's producing and it's just, damn, who do we cut? But when they're all producing, it's a good problem to have. You know what I mean?
Man. Yes,
Where
sir.
I
Fucking, bro.
like what I like
Man.
to see the most, bro, to be
I'm just
honest,
liking with
is
that
the
the
Can't wait for
defensive
Saturday
line.
night.
The defensive line is big time news out of them. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. I just love to hear I love to hear Tyree out there because there was already kind of a couple of people already kind of being like, is he even gonna be here the season? You know what
See?
I mean?
That
Like those
same
already getting
Garoppolo shit.
big time questions. So it's like it's great to see him, kind of just put an ease to that. You know what I mean? Put an ease to that talk, and just assure people, kind of. You know what I mean? Let's just assure you, okay, he's going to be on the field. You know what I mean? It's still, I think there's still some ways to get him into football shape and all that shit, but it's a good start. That
yeah.
he's actually in camp doing this shit already. Week 2 of preseason.
Well, let's be real here. You feel
Hey,
me? The all the teams that are typically really good in the NFL are typically really good up front on both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line, bro. And the
Facts.
two of the biggest groups that's been balling out for us, bro, so far have been
Has
our offensive
been
line and our defensive line.
drum. Hey, for real. That's the real shit
You know what
right
I mean?
there. Be- Because they already hinted towards basically, you know how it's a copycat league and everybody's seen Philadelphia with the depth of the defensive
Yep.
line and just throw waves at you. Do we look at us? Look at our depth and do we have waves to throw at people on the defensive line? Fuck yeah.
Yes, yes,
Hell
sir.
There's
yeah.
gonna this like last year I thought there was gonna be some tough cuts, dog. This year there's gonna be some tough fucking cuts, bro.
I
There's
said
gonna
for
be
Bro,
real. I
some
said they're gonna have to
real
flip a
I
tough
coin
like.
on
You
cuts.
know
some
what
shit.
pick? You know what draft pick I'm liking more and more every single fucking day? Nesta Silvera.
Yeah,
Severa.
every time I hear about him, he's doing something, dog.
He
Yup.
was just ragdolling people today, dog. And then they were showing like like just some clips of him, like kind of like in the game last week, the little bit that he did, like that he went up against the 49ers. He was fucking extending those hands and like straight standing those fools straight up. You know what I mean? Like he was getting some good leverage on people, dog. Like I like I like the way he plays, bro.
Cheers.
Yes,
For sure,
indeed.
for sure. Oh,
Cheers.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Got
yeah.
some of this Northern
Raiders. You already
Lights,
know.
man.
Got some of this glue, you know the glue.
My
I
fat
always
ass
got that
on
glue.
my bed, bro, playing Madden because I don't want to go sit in my chair.
Yeah, it's gonna
Man.
be good. Oh shit, we got somebody else backstage. We got the chaplain of the NWA Raider Twan up in the building, Mr. Brown Crackers himself.
Hey,
What up,
what's
God,
Twan?
good? What's
Twan in the
good,
building.
man? Blessings to everybody. Been through, you know what I'm saying? Much love, man. Lunatic, good to see you, bro.
Yes, sir. Outdoors.
Good
What's
to
going
good to
Nah,
on,
see you,
Gabe?
man.
fuck lunatic.
Just chilling, man, smoking
Hey,
out.
fuck
I
your
know you
hair.
don't indulge, but hey, good to see you here.
Fuck
Good to
your
see you
Vidal
here.
Sassoon ass hair.
Beat it out, dude.
Hey,
Sorry, me and
hey,
Loon were kind of just having a moment there.
hey,
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 Twan,
hey,
pray for his split ends.
hey, hey,
I'll
hey, he don't
definitely
use,
play for
hey,
those.
hey,
I'll
Benther
pray for
don't
those.
use Vidal Sassoon. He use Herbal Essence.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
Nah, bro.
He
I
said
use
this. Hey,
to
he
keep it a
used
beanter.
Murray's.
To keep it a beanter. I use Pantene, dog.
This
Hey,
motherfucker used
hey,
placenta.
hey, what was them Herbal Essence commercials? They was like, oh yes, oh
Oh, that just
yes,
fucking flip
Man.
with don't flip their hair and shit. They'll fucking
yeah, that
flip
You
was
their
know,
hair.
you
crazy,
know
dog.
my favorite shampoo and conditioner, dog, is the one the purple bottle with
Johnsons and Johnsons.
the kangaroo on the front of that shit. I
Oh,
can't think of the name of it.
that is. My girl buys that shit, dog. I know which one you're talking about.
That's my
It's kind of
favorite one,
expensive,
bro.
right?
It smells like grapes.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
comes
my
out
favorite
bright as
one.
fuck too, and it smells
The
good though.
weed or the fruit?
Is it like Ozzy something?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like a Aussie something. Yeah, it's got a kangaroo as
yeah,
their logo.
yep, yep.
Damn.
That's crazy.
I fucking trimmed my beard. I trimmed it down. Had
Ernest.
to
Yeah, I
trim
need
it
to do
down.
my
You know what I mean?
pubes.
Let it grow again. Let it grow again. Oh
Hey,
shit, we got
definitely
the
not
fuck.
Ernest. Suck a dick, dog. I don't look like Trevor from GTA, you dickhead. Trevor from GTA is skinny, boy. I'm fat as hell. I've lost some weight, but I'm still
Oh
fat, boy.
shit.
Yeah, but what are you thinking? What about you, Twan? Twan, you just
Oh
came up here.
man.
What's your news from today, man? What are you thinking about the news, man? The news, just like the little bit of news. Hondo Carpenter put some good stuff out there. You know what I mean? Said some good stuff.
Yeah, I dropped a live earlier today on the same thing, but man, it's encouraging to see our defensive line, you know what I'm saying, dominating a consistency, right? We wanted to look at a consistency throughout all of these players. And it looks like there's a consistency there. The only thing that I heard from and like you said, Hondo Carpenter is a guy that I look at too, and he said pretty much everybody on their offensive line was getting the business, but one of their guys, their center, was actually he was
Yeah.
pushing back. You know what I'm saying? So they got some people over there, but it's encouraging that overall our defensive line was giving them the business, and
The
that's
business.
exactly what we're looking for moving forward. And I also said too that I think a lot of the ferociousness of our defense is because of a lot of these guys. This is their Shalimar second time around. You know what I'm saying? They know what's expected, and now they
Second
can actually
time.
do it
Hey.
at a faster rate. So I think that's why we're seeing a lot of the fruits of our labor is because of them being in the second time around. You know
Well,
what
I
I'm saying?
also
Yes,
believe our
indeedy.
defensive line is looking really good too, because I think we're bringing in a bunch of guys that have the same mindset as Max Crosby, bro. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that want to go out there and be the best at their position. And that's what Max Crosby wants to do. And when you have players like that on your team, it tends to it tends to go out and it becomes infectious, bro. Like everybody wants to be like that. Like our wide receivers are like
Yup.
that because of Devontae
Like
Adams.
chlamydia.
You know what I'm saying? You want to be the best, bro. And when you have guys like Max Crosby on your D line, that if you look at his stat line and shit and his fucking how he's respected around the league, like you want to be on the same level as him. You don't want to let a player like Max Crosby down because how hard he goes every single play. So you have all these guys out there that are just trying to
Yup.
match energy. That's really what I think it is, Doug. I think we just need dudes that can match Max Crosby's energy. If, like I've said this 100 times, bro, if we had 11 Max Crosby's, bro, we probably have the best defense in the NFL, dog.
For
It,
And
sure.
that's not based off his
It wouldn't
talent.
be
That's
no
just based
probably.
off his,
It wouldn't be no
yeah. It's
Motor,
it's
probably.
it's
For
it's
real.
based off
work
his
ethic.
motor, his want to, his all that shit, dog. He's got everybody in the NFL's got talent. There's not one player in the NFL that don't got talent. What makes you
Yup.
different is your work ethic and your want to, dog. And Max Crosby has that. He has work ethic and
Say
he
that
has
shit
want to.
again.
hey,
You feel
hey,
me?
See, I
I
said
got 10. I got tens, but I keep them clean though. It's the same. It's the same thing with Max Crosby. There's no way. There's no way that you're going to be a Max Crosby. There's no other Max Crosby. You know what I'm saying in this league. But if you can get somewhere like them tens, you know what I'm saying, you gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? Like it
Yep.
says, I got tens, but I keep them clean though. Get
I
get close
keep
to Max
going.
Crosby's level,
give the
and you'll
effort.
be a decent player. And because he is our
Yep.
leader, again, it's top to bottom. You know what I'm saying? So because he is the leader, he's setting the standard, he's setting the flow of how he expects things to be doing, and he said, "Get like me."
Yep.
And that's the way that, because I know me and Gabe talked about it, about the leadership of Max Crosby, because we didn't really see that last year, but now we're starting to see that his way of being a leader is just saying, "Hey, get like me."
Yep.
Real shit. Real shit. Like I said, there's three. I
I
noticed
agree.
there's three common things amongst the type of characteristics of the players we went out and got. Work ethic being one, the love of the game, and intellect. Being smart, football smart, knowing you know what I mean, bruh. You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong because they look like they having fun out there. You see them in the post when after practice and they get to talking, getting interviewed. I mean, they just look like they're having fun. And I remember Renfro was talking about last year he wasn't having fun playing.
Yep. He did say that. Something in the realm of that. Yeah.
So it's like
Hey, you guys.
keep
See,
doing what you're doing.
another thing that proves, Max Crosby's leadership too. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Sean Johnson sent it to me. During a special teams drill, when typically the defense isn't on the field, Max Crosby was working with Tyree Wilson on the side, bro, like coaching him up during a time where they could have just been resting. But instead of resting, you got Max Crosby who wants to teach the young guy, and then you got the young guy that wants to learn and wants to be great, bro. So that's good signs, bro.
Yes.
And, and,
Yep.
Because
and I
they
know
could
you
have been
guys.
like, it's special teams, bro. I don't got to be out there right now. I'm going to get some rest. I've been fucking doing reps all day, but nope. You got Max Crosby who took it upon himself to go try to teach the young guy, and the young guy wants to learn, bro. And I'm telling y'all right now, like I didn't like the Tyree Wilson pick because I thought we needed inside pressure. But if Tyree
Oh yeah, I
Wilson
remember.
can yeah, if he can get his like his foundational football shit down and be like be good, bro, he's gonna be really fucking good, dog. He's got a longer wingspan than Max Crosby. The dude is a fucking freak of nature, dude. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, dog.
indeed.
And then I like the fact that like that what I was talking about earlier, like Max, like he's taking it upon himself because he knows, he needs that dude to be, what they drafted
yep,
him at, what they he needs them to be that other guy on the other side of him. So like he took him to the side when he could be resting, you know what I mean? Like well, those were the reports. He could be resting, during where special teams is taking snaps and shit, but he took Tyree to the side and teaching them technique, teaching them stuff like that. So that's good to see, man. That's great to see for sure,
and
man. Like
and Max Crosby ain't stupid. You know what I'm saying? Max Crosby knows
sure,
that if he don't coach up, you know what I'm saying, if he don't coach up Tyree Wilson, he gonna run into a situation that he ran into before, where it was Max Crosby and who else? You know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So if he can coach up Tyree Wilson, you know what I'm saying, because we know that Chandler Jones ain't gonna be here that long, so hey, coach up this Tyree Wilson because eventually he's going to be on the other side of you. And again,
That's the
that's going to
plan.
help you out in the long run. So, yeah, go ahead and get all those reps. And Tyree Wilson, yeah, he's going to be a sponge. And I think he is that guy where he's going to suck up as much game as he wants because, and being honest, he kind of has probably some remorse that he's not on the field, you know what I'm saying, from the get-go. So
yeah,
because
he
he
wants to
knows that
show.
he's behind the ball on that situation, he's going to be trying to suck up whatever game he can get, whether from Chandler Jones or from Max Crosby. Because both of those guys, look, if I'm in the room with both of those guys, I'm getting from both of those guys because both of those guys are have produced in this league. So it's a great situation for him.
Tyree going to replace Chandler soon. Cool, Kev. I know you want that because I know you hate Chandler Jones, but it's like, I just think that they're gonna use them both a lot, man. It's just gonna be a good a thing where it's gonna be a good rotation. You're gonna keep guys fresh, and I just think that's gonna help both of them. You know what I mean? With his development and Chandler
Yeah.
Jones with his I think his more advanced age. I think it's gonna help him too because he's gonna have less reps and he's gonna be able to explode on more reps where because he's getting more rest in between plays and stuff like that. So I think it's gonna just be beneficial to both of them. Where I think it's gonna be for actual somebody adequate on the other side of Max when you put them together. You know what I mean? It's gonna be
That's your
somebody with
future.
with with
Yep.
you know what I mean with kind of similar type sacks. If you put both of those type of guys sacks together, and at Max, I think that's gonna be big time, man. Because like ain't nobody got a motor like Max. Hopefully, Tyree can develop into that. But I just think right now it's beneficial to both of them where Chandler and Tyree can work on the other side. You know what I mean? That's gonna be good, man. Great
And
rotation, man. I just
and,
Man.
and like I said in
Man.
the in the video I said earlier, it's good that we actually have enough depth to where if Tyree's not out there, it's not really hurting us. You know what I'm saying? We got enough depth out there to either let him get healthy or just get the speed, you know what I'm saying, game wise. You know what I'm saying? So it's not hurting us that he wasn't that active, but at the same time, that's just credit to the depth that we have on this roster.
for sure, for
Yep.
sure. Yeah, I think that's what I'm liking the most, man. I like the depth. It might not be like those super fucking free agents that maybe everybody wants in the free in free agency and stuff like that, but it's guys that that add to this team in every aspect, dog. In the defensive line, in the cornerback room, and the receivers, and like even offensive line guys that you picked up. You know what I mean? Like it as in like undrafted guys. The offensive I mean the you finally got a draft under your belt. You know what I mean? A whole draft under your belt, and you picked up some depth there with like the Silvera and like the Mari Burney and stuff like that. I just think the depth is getting kind of deep and it's that setting the foundation, and then they're also working on the future at the same time because they're clearing up all the books, and that's why I think
Yes.
this organization is
Yes.
is is looking is looking up, man. It's just looking up for me. That's why I just that's
They're
why
playing
I'm so
chess.
optimistic on this.
They
Yeah,
are
man. I
playing
just
playing chess
I
for real.
I'm picky, and I hate
Gabe
to.
kicked me out, y'all. Fuck you, Gabe.
Hey,
I'm just
I'm
playing.
picky, man.
I'm just kidding.
I will even with talking about the depth and who we have on the roster, I still would love to have a name in the middle of our
Oh, for sure.
defense at linebacker. You know what I'm saying?
I don't
Spillane's
think
I'm
gonna
I
not
be
don't
saying
that
think
we
it's
guy,
need.
a
man.
I'm not. I'm not saying Bobby Wagner, but somebody of like that name caliber in the middle of our defense. Like I
I think
wish we would
Spillane's gonna
have that.
surprise you.
With,
Spillane's gonna surprise you this
Hey, I
year.
mean, we'll see because I mean, Spillane is actually
hey
getting
for real.
active. You know what I'm saying? He's been getting like, and I don't pause. He's getting hands on balls, and that's all. That's all I'm asking for is for our defense to get some hands on some balls.
Hey,
There you
so
go.
I
I
get
don't.
that, right? Like, I want a great linebacker too, but I've always looked at it like this too, right? There's not very many like those type of middle linebackers in the NFL, like that guy. I mean, you got Roquan Smith, that's probably the best linebacker, second best linebacker to Fred Warner. And then like after that, it's like really a significant drop off in terms of like really, really good middle linebackers in the NFL. So the chances of the Raiders being able to draft a player like Warner or Roquan Smith, I mean, we have to see, man. But I agree. But at the same time, I also look at it like at the middle linebacker specifically, there's not very many guys that are that good, like on the Patrick Willis type, Luke Kuechly, Ray Lewis type. Like there's not many. You
Yeah.
got, man. The only ones I can name that can do everything is Roquan Smith and fucking Fred Warner. Those are the only two guys I can name, and that's only two guys out of 32 football teams. So,
Yeah.
but one of the reasons why our defense has sucked for so long, Doug, is because we haven't really had the two most important positions on your defense, which is the defensive tackle and the middle linebacker. We haven't had any of those, bro, in a very long time.
Yeah, I think
Going back
Spillane's
to
gonna.
like Tommy Kelly and Kirk Morrison type shit.
I think the combination of the Spillane and then like I think what's his name's gonna step up this year in Diablo. I think
Yeah, I
Diablo.
that the
fucks with
Yep.
Diablo.
combination of both of them I think is what's gonna help our linebacking core. You know what I mean? I think that they're both gonna. I think that he's gonna help out. Diablo because Diablo. I don't know, man. It just he looked like he did the work in the off season. You are hearing some good stuff out of him, like during like training camp. You haven't heard really any of it, like in like these joint practices or anything like that. But as far as like he's they saying he looks like a linebacker now. You know what I mean? So we'll see what that means. And I think Spillane, having him come from a well coached organization, I think that's gonna help out. The rest of the linebackers, you know what I mean? It's gonna help out, Masterson. It's gonna help out Bernie. It's gonna help out all of those dudes. You know what I mean? So I think we'll be better at that position. I don't think we're gonna, burn the house down with. I think at that position, but I think that the the fact that we've gotten better also at the secondary and defensive line, especially, that's gonna kind of like mask a little bit of the linebacking.
Hmm.
I believe it too. Like I said, I don't think a name is not necessarily what you need for what they're trying to do. I think this defense is predicated on the machine is greater than the sum of its parts philosophy. You know what I mean? It's together. How does this defense play? Not individually. You know what I mean? That's how I'm looking at it because you got a lot of young new pieces on this defense, but we see well, we only got one sample size in week one of preseason, but what they did in that game against, you know what I mean, the Niners was impressive for them to move around because we should have had more interceptions than what we had in that game. I seen Bernie drop
Yeah,
one. I seen Chris Smith drop one. I seen Shelley in the end zone
obviously.
drop one. That's three interceptions we should have had on top of what we already did. You know what I mean? And then what was it today in practice or yesterday, where there was only one interception, but there was three fumbles? I
Yeah,
think
and
the
then
whole
today,
idea is to turn that ball over and get it back to that offense. That offense was
I think
4 for 4 in the red zone.
Marcus Epps picked them off
Yes.
2 days in a row, right? I think it was 2 days in a row he got picks. Like today, yesterday, and today. So he's stepping up. I like to hear
And
that, Marcus Epps.
that's good, bro,
Some
because that
turnovers.
dude, his pass coverage is like his knock. Like everybody's like he's fucking great in the box, but his pass coverage is kind of suspect. But maybe he was just in a system where they weren't they weren't coaching guys to take the football away. And I don't know if you guys remember that press conference that Josh McDaniels had a few months back. And he pretty much said exactly that. We want a team that takes the football away. We want to be that football team. Like we want to create
Opportunistic. Yep.
turnovers. Yeah. He said
It's
that
the
shit.
equalizer. It's the great
It makes
equalizer,
sense.
dog, of football. Like you could be in the 20s or whatever. You could barely be like say like 22. You can't be like super far back. But if you're like, say, just like scratching the 20s, and then like, but you're a very opportunistic defense, that shit makes up for a lot of shit. You know what I
I
mean? That
mean,
makes up for a lot.
look at our first playoff appearance in what, almost fucking 2 decades, dog, when we went with Carr in 2014. You know what I'm saying? Or a decade. You feel me? Like the only reason why we went to the playoffs that year is because we created so many fucking turnovers.
Yeah,
Reggie
we need that,
Nelson was a
bro.
fucking Pro Bowler that year. That's how many
Oh
turnovers bro
yeah,
we created.
yeah.
And
Like
Reggie Nelson
he had
was
like
Yeah.
trash.
6 or 7
Yeah.
interceptions. I remember something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. And Khalil Mack was doing his thing and shit. And our defense was only ranked 24th. You want to know why? You want to know why we were ranked 24th? Because we might have not have been a great defense, but like we were like top 10, I think, in terms of like creating turnovers, dog.
Yeah, and then like
So many
stopping them in the
times we
red
create
zone.
turnovers.
You
Yeah.
could stop them in the red zone and make turnovers, create turnovers. You that makes up for a lot of like the other like deficiencies on the defense. You know what I mean? If like that's kind of like the definition of the bend don't break defense. I mean, you could bend a lot, but like if you're getting turnovers and you're getting stopping them to field goals, then you're doing your job. You know what I mean? You could. There's obviously you would want to be better in other parts of the game, but like if you're doing that, that's the great equalizer, man. That's just you taking the ball away and you're giving it back to your offense, man. Just more opportunities to score.
Get your hands on them balls.
Well, let's
Especially
be
if your
real.
offense is highly efficient at scoring.
Another thing that we got to be better at, man, which I think the Raiders are going to be emphasizing this year, is you got to be good on third down, bro. On offense and defense, bro.
Yes.
In the
Yes.
last fucking how you can't I would just count how many years, bro, all the way back to Ken Norton type days, bro. Like we haven't been able to get off the field on third down, bro. Team dogging they'll convert, bro. Like
Oh shit!
we can't stop teams on third down. And then like usually with Carr, we were good on third down, but last year, bro, we were horrible on third down on offense, bro. And when you're horrible on third down on defense, you can't get a stop on third down, and you can't convert on third down. I mean, how many football games, and you can't create turnovers? Like, how many football games do you really think
And
you're going
bad
to
in
win
the
in the
red zone.
national? Yeah. How many football
Yeah, that too.
offensively bad in the red
27.
zone and defensively bad? We were horrible on both sides, just like third down. And those are two of the biggest spots in the game. Third down offense, third down defense, red zone offense, red zone defense. Getting the team off the field, getting the team back, getting your team back the ball, or moving the chains, or holding the team from 7 points to 3 points, bro. Those are the
Hey,
two
Yep.
most important.
hey Ben,
And we were
how
horrible.
That's
hey,
facts.
hey Ben, how many times was it 3rd and 20 or 3rd and 25?
And them
The team
motherfuckers
and
did it.
the offense still marched down the field. It's
Still
like,
go
come
down
on
the
now, we're
field.
supposed to be off the field. It's 3rd and 20.
The-
What do we do?
These
What are
we
we
got
doing?
these motherfuckers drive start on like the 6-yard line, bro. So they got to go 94 yards. They get 10 yards up the field, bro. Then we're 3rd and 25, and these motherfuckers convert that shit and then drive a 96-yard drive. Like, bro, fuck out of here, dog. Like, you fucking kidding me? Like, that's the shit that be frustrating. Bro, I fucking hate third down, dude, because I already know
You know the outcome
especially
pretty much, huh?
defensively. Yeah,
For real.
defensively, bro. Like, we don't never get stops, bro. Like,
Man,
Max
I
Crosby
clenched
will
my
get so
fist.
close.
Shit,
Max
I'll be like,
Crosby will get
man.
close, and they'll hold and not call the shit. You know what I'm saying? Just it's always
And
bullshit
for
for the
real.
Raiders on third down.
Yeah, always,
Max
bro.
Crosby for sure getting the Khalil Mack treatment. Khalil Mack got that same treatment. Dog. Khalil Mack used to get held all the time.
Yeah.
All
We
the
need
time.
somebody else on the
You're
other
too good
side so
for
we
us to
can make
call
it like
holding.
so they can make it
Mhm.
super obvious. You know what I mean? If they're holding two guys, they're not gonna be able to. I hope they're not. They won't be able to hold the flag. But like, I think like if Tyree is able to do his thing, they ain't gonna be able to hold two guys. You know what I mean? And not call it. They
Yeah.
better not
Yeah.
be able
And,
to
I
do
and
think
it.
see one
Chandler's gonna
thing,
step up. I really think Chandler,
I think
because I
so
mean,
too.
even with Rob, like, because I listened to the mic'd up with Rob Ryan, and that was
Yeah.
good. Like I I
Yeah.
I,
Rob
I don't
Ryan's a
care what
good dude,
nobody
bro.
says. I think that was the best mic'd up we've ever had, and
Yeah.
the way that he was on Chandler Jones, and you could tell that he was really like he had
I
that good
think Chandler's
rapport with
gonna
him.
come
I
back,
think
man. I
Chandler's
think
going.
Chandler's gonna have
I
a
think
comeback.
Chandler's gonna make a jump.
I
That's
think he's
all
not
I've
gonna
been
be
hearing about him in
what he
camp.
was. I don't think he's gonna be like the Chandler Jones or maybe once was, but like I think he's gonna be productive this year, bro, and he's gonna have like a bounce back year. He's gonna be
Even,
productive
Well,
15 pounds
because of the
lighter.
fact what I was
Let's
saying
go.
earlier. Because I think of
but
what I was saying earlier. Because Tyree's gonna help him, he's gonna help Tyree, bro, and I think they're gonna keep each other fresh. You know what I mean? Out there on the field.
even if he
well,
The
doesn't get
machine
double
as a
digits,
whole
you know
is
what I'm
greater
saying?
than the sum of its parts. Let's go.
Because even Chandler Jones, he used to average a double. You know what I'm saying? If
yeah.
he doesn't if he doesn't go double digits, but if he hits 8, that's
Yeah.
hey look,
And then
that's
you got
good.
like 6 from Tyree. Shit, that's what
Yeah,
14 from that position. You know what I mean? Like,
And then you
or you
get
got
10
another
plus from
6,
Max.
bro. I'm telling you,
exactly. Because
that's
we
what
know
I'm
what
saying.
Max is
Like,
Man,
gonna give us.
I think they're gonna
hey,
help
you
each
better
other
throw
out,
in
bro.
them
And then
Well,
Max is
DTs
gonna
too.
see,
Them
I
DTs.
think what's gonna be good for Chandler Jones, and you guys know how much I hate Chandler Jones, bro. I can't stand that motherfucker, bro. But I have grown more of a
Yeah,
liking to
lower
him that
back
he took
tattoo.
that. I'm glad he took a little bit of a pay cut. That made me like him a little bit more. He's not making almost 20 million. He's somewhere around 13 now. So that made me a little bit more happy about him. But he's down 35 pounds. I made fun of him
that's
on my
what. Yeah,
timeline. I made fun of him on my timeline and said his off season regimen consisted of methamphetamine because he looks really skinny compared to last year. But
You
he
asshole.
he's he said he always played at 235, which was the weight he was at in that picture. And last year he played at his heaviest weight. He said he played at like 265 or 260.
yeah.
He hopefully, with him, getting that weight down, that's going to be good for him because Chandler Jones, in all honesty, guys, he's not a power rusher. If you
Yeah.
go back
Yeah,
and look at
speed,
Chandler Jones, he's more of the finesse, bend, spin off type of guy that relies
speed
on
with long
speed and
hands,
quickness. Exactly.
long
And
hands, and he just keeps
He
you
got
off
that
him. You know what I
wingspan
mean? Like,
too. Yep.
so that's why I don't know why he thought bumping up to 265 or whatever was going to be good because it doesn't fit his play style. You know what I mean? So hopefully him getting back down to 235 will allow him to get back to his game, which was like Raider Twan said is every single year of his career, bro, he's had 10 or more sacks except last year. And it was a year that he came in overweight and it didn't work for him. So we got to hope he can do something, bro,
Overweight
because
and
if
into a
not,
new system as well. You know
yep,
what I mean?
exactly.
I, I
yup,
And
and
He
hurt,
and
was with
and went
and
Arizona
hurt,
for
from
6 years.
and
he
came
went
in the
from
camp
Arizona
hurt.
and he went in Arizona, bro. He played in a 3-4 as a stand-up outside linebacker, bro. Back last year for the Raiders, dog, we ran
See,
more 4
for
3 than
6 years.
anything else, bro. You know what I mean? And yeah, I've said this before, dog. There's a difference between 3-4 outside linebacker and 4-3 defensive end. Like, there's not too many 3-4 outside linebackers that you can
Exactly.
put as a defensive end in a 4-3 and think they're going to be good.
I
They're
I
two
think that
different kind of pass rushers.
I think that's why
Mm-hmm.
he
Yep.
he he put on that weight because he knew that if he went down to if we were playing the 4-3, he would have to be in situations where there was run fits and stuff like that, and maybe he felt like he needed to
No,
gain weight just to be able to,
what?
you know what I'm saying,
He got
contain
one
the
last
run.
night.
But I that might be the reason why he felt like he needed to gain that weight. But nah, let's
That's a
get you
I
great
back
think
to
he
point.
has
where
a
you
bounce
were.
back.
That's a
Yeah,
great point. That is probably why he put on weight.
he's gonna make a
And to
good
add on
comeback.
to that, you also got to figure he might have had that mentality going into a new system because that's the first time he was with Arizona for 6 years. So after
Yep.
6 years, you're going into a new system. You feeling like, let me adjust this and do this different when you might have been better off leaving well enough alone. You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Yeah, trying to fix something that's not broken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I fucking, I'm just, looking up to this team. Like even if like you know what I mean, like everything that we're doing, I think is kind of setting the foundation for something good, and soon, bro. Like I think we can, as quick as this year, but like I think it's just our future is looking bright, man, for sure.
I see.
Right?
I love everything I've seen from this offseason so far from the Raiders. But let's be real, it's Dave Ziegler. Like Josh McDaniels is the one who concerns me.
Yeah,
You know what I
he's the
mean?
one that I think
How is
that
he
he's gonna
gonna
make himself sure.
how is he gonna put this all together? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you could have the best ingredients in the world, but if your chef is a fucking homeless crackhead, methamphetamine, heroin addict, I mean, he's probably not gonna be able to cook up anything with them best ingredients. You know what I mean? So
Hey, you
I
know to
like
cook
what
with
he's
baking
putting in.
soda.
He said he know how to cook with baking soda. Hell yeah, hell yeah.
or
But
or Bell
nah,
or B12 or Lidocaine.
I mean, unless we can find a
Did I say that out
quarterback,
loud?
bro.
Yes.
I hope he can be a
Allegedly.
good coach. I think we got the talent for
Allegedly.
him to coach up well. But at the same time, I'm kind of hoping that we can get a quarterback that can kind of carry him and bail him out, bro. Because that's what he had his entire tenure in New England is he had a quarterback that could bail him out, bro. A great quarterback, the greatest quarterback to probably ever play the game. And I feel like we got to get really good quarterback play to be successful with McDaniels, man. I think that's why he was done with Carr because no offense towards Carr, but pure offense. Um, I don't think he just looked at Carr and was like, dude, I can't win a Super Bowl with you. And I've said this countless times, like I don't want a quarterback that can win us some regular season games. I don't want a quarterback that can win us a playoff game. I don't want a quarterback that can win us an AFC championship game. I want a quarterback that's going to win us a Super Bowl, bro.
Super Bowl.
Because I
Say
knew
that
Derek
shit.
Carr
Yeah,
wasn't it.
Say
for
You
sure,
feel
that
me?
bro.
shit for real though.
I don't give a fuck about like everybody
Fuck,
wants
fuck
playoff
yeah,
wins
fuck
and
that
shit, bro.
second place. Fuck
Yeah,
that
if you're
bullshit.
not first, you're last, bro. You feel me? Ricky
Ricky
Bobby.
Bobby.
You know what I mean?
There you
So
go.
Yeah.
Man,
I
for
think I think
real.
there was a lot of expectation. I think we expected a superstar. You know what I'm saying? Out
you
of
guys hear that?
somebody that
Yes, sir.
just was not
Cheers.
that. For, you know what I'm saying? And you we've seen through the spectrum of Super Bowl winning quarterbacks that
What
you
up,
know what I'm
Sean
saying
Johnson?
not all the quarterbacks were superstar
What up, All
quarterbacks.
Eyes on
You know what
You?
I'm saying? But there had to be a cast around them that to help and fix all those things. But we were expecting, you know what I'm saying, a
I I
superstar
think Carr just
out
didn't
of the
Carr
situation.
didn't fit our system.
That too.
I think this was
I don't
this
think
right
Carr
here
fit the
too was a big
system.
thing
Because the shit that he
of
lacked was the shit we don't do.
yeah, for sure. But I think this is what one big thing that we didn't like. I think he came in overweight plus hurt. Like I think that was a big thing with Chandler Jones too. Dog. Like he didn't participate in all of camp. You know what I mean? So it was just like he was already behind the eight ball right there. Didn't he miss the first? Did he miss the first game or no? He was supposedly gonna miss the first game. He was questionable for the first game and
Mm.
ended up suiting up, but he just was never, I just think he never got right. And then when he did get, some help, I think a little bit from the inside when they brought in
Later on.
Tillery, stuff like that, he suffered,
Yes.
the fucking the thing. And I think that's all because he kept himself out of shape. You know what I mean? And I think he that's I think that was big in his mind, and I think that's the reason for the 35 pounds down and shit like that. And I think because when you make your body like a drastic change like that, it's your body sometimes reacts in negative ways, bro. Like you know what I mean? It's like it's not used to carrying this extra 35 pounds of weight and shit. So it's like let's get back down to our normal playing weight and actually fucking go into the season healthy. I think that's going to be a big help to him, especially with the addition of Tyree Wilson, and then the emergence of defensive tackles like that we drafted, and also that we re-signed like in Tillery and shit like that. So I think that's
Hey,
going to be to play a big role. The defensive
that
line is going to be a big part of why we improve a lot on the defense this year.
that
Yep.
extra way to have you know what I'm saying, breathing heavy like John Jenkins was in that interview, dog. Y'all hear John Jenkins in the interview? That fool was breathing heavy like a mug.
Hey,
Nah, dude.
Even Jordan Willis is showing up, bro. Like Jordan Willis is. I've seen
Yes,
Jordan Willis.
yes,
Make some noise. He got a
exactly.
sack last week in the preseason. Along with Darian Butler. I just think there's
Our
gonna
depth,
be
bro.
a
I'm
lot of
telling you,
competition,
it's
man.
been a long time coming.
Silvera, Tillery. I haven't heard a lot of Tillery. You know what I mean? That could be a
Big
fucking big,
dude.
big surprise
Pin the
cut.
tail
You
on
know
the
what I mean?
donkey.
That could be a big fucking surprise fucking shit because you're hearing a lot of shit out of other people, but
Tillery.
that could be because Tillery is they kind of have him like kind of like almost set because he
I've
don't.
heard some things about Tillery. Not a lot, not like some of the other guys, but I've heard some good things about Tillery.
I think maybe too. Also, that's
Hey,
what I
I
was gonna try to get to. Like, I think also because they kind of like think highly of him already, so it's like
Yeah,
they kind of already kind of like holding him back in from those things, kind of like just you know like they keep the other guys kind of like safe from those type of things. They go, but they don't really go like hard like as a like in preseason. You're not gonna really see them in preseason.
yeah.
But
yeah.
hearing the good shit out of the other guys is great, bro. Like that shit's fucking good, man. The
You
defensive
know
line
who?
needs
You know who I'm excited to see that's playing really good this year is Adam Butler, bro. That dude inside at defensive tackle,
him
bro,
too,
he
man.
looks really fucking good, dog. Last year when we acquired him, he barely got any playing time. Um, and he really, when he was, he did. When he got on the field, he really wasn't all that great. I mean, he was,
Crazy, bro.
but no, he looks really good. That's another guy that I've heard a lot of good things about, man, is Adam Butler. Looks really good too. And
Yes.
let's be real. You feel me? This is a passing football league. I know we all want linebackers, guys. I get it. This is a passing football league. At some point, the linebacker position is going to be extinct like the dinosaurs. Teams are already using safeties at linebacker already. You know what I mean? So teams are trying to go to more of a nickel-based defense to where you have more safeties and defensive backs on the field and more pass rushers. And the Raiders, two of their most competitive spots right now are across our defensive line and our corners, bro.
Yeah.
And that's great because most teams, I look at it like this, bro. You can run the football, but at some point you're going to have to throw that motherfucker. You feel me? At some point you're
For
going to have to
sure.
throw the ball. You know what I mean? And as long as we have a pass rush and a secondary, oh, good motherfucking luck. You know what I'm saying? Like, good luck when you do have to throw that motherfucker. Because at some point we're going to stop you on a couple of runs, and you're going to be on a third down and long, and our pass rush is going to line up with our secondary because they work hand in hand. Your linebackers work with your your linemen work with your motherfucking secondary. Get pressure. They got less time to cover, more time to cover, more time to get after the quarterback. So whatever, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, if we continue to get competition at them two spots, it's going to be big. And let's not discount the fact that another reason why maybe our linebackers have been trashed for so long is because we haven't had, really good defensive linemen, and
Yep.
Bing, bing. There it
especially
is.
Same thing.
There
especially
That's
it is.
exactly what I was gonna
especially on
say.
the
I was
on the
waiting on that
inside
shit.
because when you get linemen that can get down on linebackers, bro, it's a fucking wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is
Yeah.
literally a wrap.
Because
So you
like
have to have defensive linemen that don't allow that to happen.
that's what the two linebackers that you were talking about earlier have in common. You know what I mean? They have fucking played with some good ass fucking defensive linemen in front of them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That man.
Look at Fred Warner. Look at the fucking
Yep.
defensive line he has in front of him, bro. You know what I
You're
mean?
right.
It's like
Can
Greenlaw even fucking
Dre
he
Greenlaw's a beast too.
exactly, and I think they benefit from that. That defensive line play. It's not saying in taking away anything from them, but I think that fucking makes them play a lot better. You know what I mean? When your defensive line can be dominant and they're getting to the quarterback and causing him to throw, throws maybe under duress that he wouldn't normally be throwing like that. It's like now you got linebackers who maybe weren't in that position. Now they're all of a sudden in position to make a fucking a fucking play on the ball because it's a bad throw. You know what I mean? So it's like
Well,
that's gonna help
well,
out the linebackers a lot. I think this year, and that's why
not
I
just
think
that
especially
though.
when
Slayton's
you
gonna help out.
Not just
That's why I
that
think
though,
Slayton.
but if you have defensive linemen that can gobble up offensive linemen, that's when your linebackers get to go play. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? When you get, especially
when you
on the
yeah.
inside, you need because I've said this multiple times. Anybody that knows football knows 9 times out of 10 it's a numbers game. So the defensive line is already outmatched from the offensive line unless we blitz, because there's 5 offensive linemen compared to only 4 pass rushers unless you blitz. So you got to have a guy that can demand 2 guys. No matter what, somebody has to demand 2 guys. So then what happens is you get one-on-ones across the board. And then once you get defensive linemen that can win their one-on-ones, that allows them linebackers to attack. The issue is that we've probably only had one person on our defensive line, and God knows for how long, that demanded a double team. It's Max Crosby now, and it was Khalil Mack before him. But before that, there was nobody who demanded a double team, bro. No, especially the inside guys. And those are the guys you want to demand the double teams, are your inside guys. So I hope Silvera can pan out, dude. I hope Butler can pan out. I hope Tillery can. I hope all these dudes end up panning out, bro. But we need something, bro. Yeah, we need something. Neil Farrell, but we need something, dog. We need something from an interior guy.
Like, I know, not like the whole line of Nichols. I think the whole line across is like crazy stacked. You know what I mean? You got Byron Young. You know, fucking Nichols. You got whatever happened to even Matthew Butler and shit like that. You know what I mean?
We still got Matthew Butler, Neil Farrell.
Neil Farrell Jr. You got Silvera. You got bro. Like it's Jenkins.
We cut Kyle Pecco. We got John Jenkins, I think.
Yeah, you got John Jenkins. You got Wick. You got, and then you got even defensive ends. You got, you still got Kuntz, who you've heard some good stuff out. You've heard some good stuff out of even Adam Plant, Crosby. Now you got Tyree out there. You got
Talaris.
Shit, man. Willis.
Dude named Talaris or something like that. The undrafted.
Who?
The undrafted.
That Azizi motherfucker needs to be the first motherfucker cut from the team, dog.
Who?
That dude was horrible. I don't know what his last name is, but his name was like Aziz Kamir. Aziz Hearn. Aziz Hearn. There you go. Yeah, fuck him. He said Mir. Yeah, fuck him.
Hey, I like Amari Burney though. I like Amari Burney for sure. Raider Coos for sure.
No,
yeah,
he did.
Raider Chaos.
He did look good.
Not
him Raider
Coos, but Hearn.
Raider Gabe. That motherfucker's name is Raider Chaos, my dog.
I know. I said Chaos right after because I had the glass on. I thought for some reason I thought it said and then I read it right. I was like, oh shit, Chaos. It says Chaos.
I'm like, bro, it's all me Chaos right there. Dog, shit. You got old buddy.
Yeah, Drake Thomas is the linebacker. There's a defensive end though, Tarlis or something like that. I think from Boise
I know
State.
Adam Plant. I know Adam Plant's out there.
Tarlis.
Who? Tarlis.
I didn't see Adam Plant I think his name is that last game.
Yeah, something like that.
I know a lot of people are hyping up Adam Plant, bro, because he's like from Las Vegas and shit. This is the same hype that we got from that one kid that was from Oakland and then was from Las Vegas. You guys remember Javen White? You know what I'm saying? I haven't seen anything from Adam.
Javen White,
Yeah, I remember Javen White.
They've been talking highly about him.
I haven't heard anything about Adam Plant, bro. Like they haven't really said anything about him. I didn't see him show up in the
I think today I heard
Hondo.
Yeah, I think heard today. So today I think I heard something about like Adam Plant was making like a good showing for himself to try to make like earn a spot or something like that. Like something like Hondo put down. So I was like, okay, that's
good because I root for those undrafted guys, bro. Like those guys are the guys that you feel me. They may have been, checking bags like Kurt Warner, you know what I'm saying, if they didn't get that call as an undrafted free agent. You know what I mean? They don't know what their future would have held. There's a lot. That's why I feel bad for these guys. Some of these NFL players, or not NFL players, but college players, dog, because some of these guys will play football for all 4 years and their dream will be go to the NFL, bro, and they never get to go, bro. They don't even go undrafted, bro. They just don't go. Yeah, bro, that would suck.
Shout out to my cousin Keelan Dose.
Hey, boy, look at Ryan Clark,
wide receiver from Alabama.
He was undrafted.
That's
Ryan
your cousin?
Clark was undrafted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Keelan
cool
Dawes out of Alameda. Remember the wide receiver?
I liked when he became a fucking receiver. When they gave him a chance.
I loved him.
When they gave him a chance in Oakland, that was cool, dog.
Yeah.
He was part of Hard Knocks, bro. You guys remember?
Yeah, he was from
They
Yeah.
made him.
Alameda.
They
Man.
made him the poster boy of Hard Knocks because he was from
Yeah, he was
Oakland,
from Alameda.
Alameda.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes,
that shit was
indeed.
crazy, man.
that Keelan was better than the other Keelan.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Well,
Hey,
I don't know,
Keelan,
man. We got to see.
oh, you
I
talking
think
about
Keelan
Keelan
just
Keelan
got a
Cole?
Cole.
touchdown
Oh,
last
I don't.
week.
Hey,
Yeah,
Keelan got a touchdown from fucking who was it
Hey,
from
no doubt.
Aiden, right?
Hey, I
From
noticed this. I noticed the Smokeout Hour, but that's smoke and mirrors, dog.
I
No,
mean,
but he's been making some catches.
second
He's been making some catches.
system, man. I got a second year in the system. I gotta give him. I gotta give him a shot, bro. I mean, there's
He
a
gonna
reason
bust
why
out
they're
that
bringing him.
Keelan Cole jersey, boy.
There's a reason why they're keeping him around.
Do that shit, Twan.
Yeah, because he's not.
Hey,
Because you haven't heard
look.
shit out of like Cam Sims. You haven't really heard nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
Cam
it's like,
Sims, this
for real.
dude that was super hyped up. We ain't heard shit out of him.
so it's like Keelan Cole might be making a little bit of push. You know what I mean? Because like, and then you got DJ Turner, who's unfortunately,
think
you
he'll
know,
make
he fucking lost for the season. You know what I mean? And then like, you know, so shit like that kind of pushes them up a little bit in the depth chart. So it's like if they could show out a little
Facts.
bit, if Keelan Cole can make maybe a run, but Dorsett also I've been hearing a lot of Dorsett in these joint practices. Like I think
Dorsett
he
caught
caught
a
like
deep ball, bro,
a
and it
deep ball
wasn't.
from Jimmy today. Yeah.
Yeah. I know some people asked me if it was a
70
check down.
yards?
Nah, bro, it was a deep ball. He threw that bitch 70 yards down the field, bro. It wasn't
See,
Justin Fields to DJ Moore in the preseason the other day where he threw that shit 5 yards behind the line of scrimmage and DJ Moore ran 90 yards. It wasn't one of those. It was a
Yeah.
pure 70
or
yard
Jamarcus
pass
Russell, the
through
In and
the
Out
air.
burger.
Man,
Yeah, so it's, I mean,
Cleveland
it's still
Browns
gonna
are so
be
special.
but Keelan
Who
hasn't been so
special?
bad. That's the thing.
Cleveland,
And he did catch that one
Cleveland
touchdown.
Browns.
He
They
did wear the
missed
right
on and got a
shoes.
safety in preseason.
Hey, Keelan Cole did wear the right shoes that day on right
I
before
don't know,
Christmas,
baby.
the week
Ask your mom.
the week
I don't know
before
how to play that
Christmas.
game.
What do you have? The Jordan?
Remember
No,
the week
I don't
You have the
know
Jordan
either.
ones?
Yeah. Oh shit, we got somebody backstage. We got all the way from down under. We got Alpha Kasi Raider up in the
We
building.
Afakasi,
deep.
cheers,
We
boy.
5
What's
deep.
good, man? We got the motherfucking
Yes,
morning
sir.
show in the building. Both morning shows,
Yeah,
except my
man.
boy
What's
Nutty Raider
cracking?
Nate ain't here, man. We got Afakasi with Nutty Nate, and we got Lunatic, man. What's good?
Yes,
That's good,
sir.
gang. Good, what is it? Good
Yes,
evening out for you
indeed.
guys, isn't it?
Where is Nutty at?
Yeah, it's 5:30 here.
Right.
I don't know, man. I don't know where Nutty's at. That's my dude, though. Shout out to my boy Nutty Raider Nate.
We've been doing things in the morning, Luna, but we finish right in time just before you start. So we start an hour before you.
They do a fucking they do a
I see y'all come in the
motherfucking
morning. I'm talking about where he at
they
now.
do a Nutty Raider Nate Afakasi Raider raid every single morning on your channel. They go raid your shit. It's like the pregame show. You feel me? They get everybody all hyped up and tuned up, and then we send them on over to you.
Yep, and I get
cool,
all
man.
5
That's
views.
It sucks, dog. Like since they banned headphones at my job, bro, it's like super hard for me to watch any of your guys' shows now. Like I try to just tap in and let you guys know I'm there and shit, but like it sucks, man, because my job is fucking pretty unsafe, in lack of better terms.
Yeah, man.
Because
You
I
don't, you don't
work
have to explain
around a
yourself,
lot of
man. I mean,
equipment.
it's all good, man. Like any even just a small comment, just to say hello goes a long way in chat feeds. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
we all got to support each other. Support those who support you. So
Yeah. Afakasi knows me like that because that's how I've always been with Afakasi. That's why Afakasi fucks with me.
Hey, since day dot, man.
I've always
Day dot. I mean, there's a lot of people that once they hit that 5,000-6,000 subscribers, they don't want to know about you. But you've been rocking with me since you had what, like 500 subscribers, and nothing's changed. So
Since he
that's-
had
I
baby
had
hair.
when I met all you guys, I had like 1,500 subscribers, bro.
I was with you when you were less than that. I think it was like 5. You were like at 500.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't fucking moved.
I've gained like 20 subscribers. I'm 150 subscribers away from 5K, bro. I'm hoping that these play-by-plays over the next 2 weeks can get me to 5K. The goal is to hit 5K by week 1. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're gonna get it. You get it.
Okay.
I'm playing Madden now, bro. I feel like I should just play Madden on my channel. You know what I'm saying, with the Raiders like I used to do. 'Cause I used to get a lot of
Did they
subscribers from
release
that
the new
shit
one?
too. Yeah, I'm
They
playing it
released
right
the new
now.
one yet? Oh
Yeah.
shit! That's what I gotta do then. I forgot all about that shit.
Uh,
I'll be
Forgot
waiting
the
for
new
you
one. It
guys. It's
just came out
crossplay
too,
now,
didn't it?
so there's no excuse.
This motherfucker
Let's
is
see.
butt
I'm on
naked
Madden
on a
right here.
waterbed.
He said butt naked on a waterbed.
Hey,
Man,
do
I
they
can't
even
believe
make
these Cleveland
waterbeds
Browns
anymore?
gave up a safety.
I don't know, no, but that shit, you gotta
What,
restore them and shit.
what they playing right now?
Yeah, they playing
Uh,
they playing the
Look,
Eagles.
he trying to do his. Oh, I
yeah,
forgot
hey,
they playing.
Chaos. Yeah,
We played the
he play
Jets this year. That's why I went to. Oh no, you say Cleveland, and Philadelphia. Okay.
Yeah.
yeah, Chaos. He fucking got in a fight with Aaron Donald first play from scrimmage for when they fucking brought the teams out to practice with each other.
Wait, was that the second day, the day after Max Crosby had a fight, or was that is this the same
Yeah,
day?
today,
Okay.
today's practice in the morning. Well, a couple hours back, he
Am I the
Ooh,
only one
fucking
who
can't
finds it
wait till
weird
Saturday
that like
night.
we play like we're doing practice scrimmages twice a week, and then we're playing the same team on the weekend? Like, is that am I the only one who finds that a little weird?
I just like
Nah,
it's weird because like they never did that. Like they did it before, but like not to this extent. Like every team's doing it now. Like they're doing it like with every team. They're getting those joint practices in 2 days now and shit like that. But I mean, getting a lot of. I guess it gets more work in. You know, you get to see. The only thing is, I think
it
it
comes
takes away
down.
from the preseason a little bit because now I guess the coaches are able to evaluate. I think the ones during that, and then like they don't really play them during preseason, so like we don't get to really see them too much. You know what I mean? Because
Right.
they're being evaluated during those ones against ones in those joint practices, and fucking they're not really playing on preseason games. You know, if they are, they're getting like very very minimal fucking play time in preseason games.
And they also have to abide by the I want to call it the CBA. I might be saying the wrong term, but they have like a group of people that, like, they can only be on the field at a certain amount of time, and what I'm saying, there's obviously there's class time, and then they have mandatory days that they have to take off. So to fit all that
Tuesday.
in a joint practice, what I'm saying, it might just equate to, what I'm saying, the 2 days, and then of course the game. But yeah, that they
So
they they still have to abide by those NFLPA or whatever. I think that's what it NFLPA uh
CBAs. That's
Yeah,
the
regulations.
it's a
bargaining
collective
agreement. The
bargaining
CBA.
agreement.
Oh,
Yeah.
CBA.
Yeah.
I said it
Your
right. Yeah.
mandatory your mandatory days off are Tuesday. That's why the Raiders left after the game Sunday to go to LA. Because they interviewed McDaniels about doing joint practices with two teams in the same preseason, and it says it all comes to, can that facility that they're going to, can they hold two teams in doing it? And of course, we know
Mhm.
the Raiders can out here in Vegas and LA. Those are the two newest stadiums in the league. You know what I mean? And the Niners coming out here, of course, they came to ours. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah,
not
Fuck
like
no, they
on the
don't want to
regular they do
practice in
2 times,
Santa
but if
Clara in
things line up, if
September,
the stars align right,
August. It's hot as
then
fuck.
they'll do it. Yeah, and plus it also factors in, do they have to face each other in the regular season as well?
Mm.
Usually they
yeah,
won't do it like that if they face each other.
and you'll see a lot of them get canceled right away. Like if there's fights right away, like they'll call it off right away because like ain't trying to get nobody hurt and shit.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
it's just crazy.
McDaniels talked about it too. He was talking about how, because McVay is not, he's not playing him this season. He's like, pretty much we're swapping information. You know what I'm saying? Well, I'm telling them, what I'm saying, I'm telling them what I think about their team, and they're telling me what they think about my team. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we're not seeing each other this season. So whatever information we get is just going to help us, what I'm saying, either coach our team better, or make the proper adjustments for the season. and McVay and McDaniels, they said they're buddies too, so that's why it made it easier to do.
For
Speaking of
sure.
the training, I don't know if you glossed over it. Did you guys hear about Jimmy G's performance? Apparently, he had himself a pretty bad day at the training, throwing
I think
That's
picks
not
I
outside
think
the
it
wow.
10.
was like I think I heard like a couple different ones. Like I know that he hit on a couple of touchdowns deep, and then he missed on a couple of touchdowns deep. But like I know that he had good chemistry with Michael Mayer today. I know that he had a drive where he hit Michael Mayer, 3 times on the same drive.
Yeah, I
But
saw
so
that.
I think like there's just like conflicting reports. You know what I mean? But like it
Right,
just depends on like how you take it, kind of like and who's the source basically, because I like I don't really follow too many people, but then the people that I do, like I heard, so positive, but also not like he could be, like the stuff that he has to work on, that deep ball, but
right.
but hey, the crazy thing is that he did hit, Dorset on a fucking 70 yarder. I think he hit somebody else too, like on a deep ball, but he also like out overthrew. That was the crazy part, that on the missed, I think long balls that he did today, like they were overthrown, which is not likely from fucking, Jimmy. They would just you would think that it was underthrown or something, but
Yeah.
Well, shit, the
uh,
biggest pass of Jimmy Garoppolo's career that kind of defines his career was the fact that he overthrew Emmanuel Sanders in the Super Bowl.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot to it, you know what I'm saying? The mix, you know what I'm saying, like the ups and the mixed reviews. I think and this just is how I take it. I think the mixed reviews are actually what is going on. There's a bunch of good, but then there's also some bad, and I'm okay with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with the ups and downs, because we should not be expecting for this, you know what I'm saying, for this team to have, you know what I'm saying, go through preseason and let it be all peachy. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
They need to go through some tough spots. They need to go through, hey, we're better than this, and snap out of it. You know what I'm saying? Because all of that is going to help, you know what I'm saying, in this 6, 8, 17, whatever week of a season that we have. So yeah, the adversity is definitely going to help us move forward. So the ups and downs are good. You know what I'm saying? Are positive.
For sure. So but before we go, like, because I have to go fucking to a dinner tonight and shit. But I want to ask you guys, like, for Saturday now, what do you guys like and any expectations, or what I mean? What are you guys thinking like about Saturday night against the preseason game? Against the Rams, dog. You think we're gonna it'll be like a dominant like last week, or I think we'll be more closer, but I think so. What do you guys think? We'll start with the avocado. You just got here. We'll hear your thoughts too about everything else too, man.
So, my thoughts and expectations for the upcoming game, which is Saturday night. Saturday night, I believe. Am I correct?
Yeah,
Okay. So my expectations. I mean, I don't think it's going to be another blowout. If it is, fantastic. I mean, a blowout is definitely good for the morale going into the regular season. But for me personally, look, it's more about just getting a sample size on these guys fighting for a roster spot, like our depth guys. Um, that's what I want to see. Like our youngsters, just seeing them on the field and seeing who wants it, who's willing, who's ready to fight for their spot and possibly earn their place on the final 53-man roster, and who just ain't making doesn't make the cut, figuratively and literally. You know what I mean? So that's going to be my point of interest. Just looking at the guys that trying to earn their way, and
yeah, the ones on the
yeah,
fence.
that's it. I mean, if we win, cool, I'm with it. Like a win's a win, but like at the end of the day, it's just preseason. You know what I mean? Like
For
we we,
sure, for
we saw
sure.
what happened last year. We went 4-0 in preseason. It didn't exactly translate to the regular season. So just to build some momentum and just getting a good look at some of the young guys and the guys fighting for a roster spot. That's it.
For sure, for sure. Twan, what do you think, man?
Man, I of course I would love for I'm a Raider fan. I love for our team to dominate, but I also would like for our team to go through some kind of adversity. You know what I'm saying? I feel like going through adversity builds a certain character, you know what I'm saying, about a team. It lets you know how players, you know what I'm saying, interact and how they bounce back from things when it's in your face. And if the Rams could give us a competition, I'm for it. So I'm not looking for a blowout. I hope the game score is actually closer, close to each other, so that there is that kind of adversity for for our players, and allow for them to get that, I'm saying, that experience, especially if we have our young quarterbacks in there. I want them to get that. So again, I'm not looking for a blowout. I hope that, I'm saying, the game is a little closer, but always I'm looking for, even in preseason, I'm looking for a win.
For sure, for sure. About you, Loon? What about you? What are you thinking? What are you looking forward
Um,
to on Saturday, man?
I, I'm looking to see progression. I want to see progress. I want to see the interceptions be able that hit your hand be caught, not dropped. You know what I mean? You get these
Right.
turnovers, get these guys in the same mind frame as the ball is yours if it's up for grabs. Get it. You know what I mean? Don't. I mean, I know batting it down is the last resort if you can't catch it, but I want to see catches. You know what I mean? I want to see continuing of the flow of the offense as far as how O'Connell got up in there and he just flowed with it. He flowed. And I like the play calling that Josh McDaniels called up because he was striking the Niners at his last week with their weakness with that cross, you know what I mean, over the middle of the field, which they could not
Mm-hmm.
stop. Your Fotheringham's and so forth getting those passes. So I want to see what problems does, and like Twan said, I want to see what problems the Rams give us and how do we adjust and try to get around that, learning how to go within the game and adjust during the game. You know what I mean? So I mean it's a lot of stuff you want to see. You know what I mean? Growth is basically overall what you want to see is growth,
For
like
sure,
an
for
erection.
sure.
So
Ben, what you thinking, man? What are you thinking? What are you looking forward to, man?
Um, I just want to see consistency, bro. I want to see the Raiders build off what they did in the last preseason game. I want to see Aiden O'Connell continue to develop and look good. I don't think this Rams second, third string corners are very good. So I think he has another chance to look good. I mainly, from what I've after week one, bro, what I want to see for the remainder of the preseason is just consistency and in terms of what we've been doing right, because I think that's what Hondo Carpenter was saying about this team, is that they want to be consistent. And what I mean by that is I want another week of pressure up front. I want another week of, creating a turnover, interception, multiple turnovers. And I want another consistent week out of Aiden O'Connell. That's really what I want to see, bro. Consistency is key. And if the Raiders can go out there and continue to be consistent, I think we're going to be a good football team going into week one.
For sure, for sure. Shit, me, dog, like
Good shit.
I'll try kind of like kind of like piggyback on kind of like on all you guys' points. You know what I mean? It's just that's what we need to see. I think the biggest is consistency. You know what I mean? Just seeing that and just seeing that the competition is real. You know what I mean? Just seeing that guys are actually just want to make this team. You know what I mean? Not just and not in it for the fucking paycheck. Because before you, I don't know. I think I feel a different energy this year. So I just think the competition and just seeing how what young guys are maybe gonna make this team, like what guys like the Dalton Wagners, like the you know what I mean, like the Amari Burney. I just want to see like those type of guys in this play, like in this game, and like just their uh their development from game to game. You know what I mean? Just to see like like last week, Amari Burney, kind of dropped the pass or something like that, or just to see him, in more coverage or something like that. Just want to see the consistency. That's the biggest thing for me too, bro. Like Ben was saying, like I just want to see these guys grow and just get better, bro, and just blowout or not. That don't really matter to me. I just really just good work out there, man. Good, like just keep seeing these young guys develop every game, bro, and just that's the most important part. You know what I mean? And can't wait, man. Can't wait till the season starts. It's shit. We're already what? Up this past the past mid August. You know what I mean? We're just less than a month away, practically. So it's like we're we're,
23
we're
days.
yeah,
23
we're right there,
days,
man. We're right there. So it's
23
like
D'Angelo Hall days.
for sure, man. You know what I mean? So
eight $8 million for half the season, huh?
Three
shit.
games.
Yeah, man. So I just think that now we can we're just gonna see I think we're gonna see a good a good team on Saturday. You know what I mean? We're gonna see good football either way because everybody's battling for a spot, and I just think I believe in the depth. So I think we're gonna see a good game regardless. So regardless of who we put out there, but we just gotta get a good showing, consistency. But Ben, what you're having a show tomorrow, right? You have
Yeah, so I'll have my podcast tomorrow, 7:30. Me, Nate, and Jack. It's gonna be
Hey,
also Raider Gabe's supposed to be joining us. My
for
guy
sure, for
that let me
sure.
on his show. I appreciate that. And then Black Saturday is going to be a post game Rams show, which is going to be around 9:15, 9:30. So I probably won't be live long. But yeah, man. And then everybody knows me, bro. Raider Ben on YouTube. I'm the only Raider
For
Ben on
sure.
YouTube.
There it is.
So
It's right there, right
appreciate you,
on the
Gabe.
screen. It's right there,
Much
right on the
love, my
screen.
boy.
Go get my boy this 5,000. You know what I mean? Let's shit. We got to get him before week one. I'm pretty sure he's gonna get there. By end of the week. But let's get him there. Let's get him there today, man.
Appreciate y'all.
But hell yeah, man. Appreciate you. Just popping up, man. For sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah, no
Uh,
doubt.
uh, Avocasi. Shit. I know that you have your morning show, man. But where do they find you, man? Where do they find you?
First things first, thanks for having me on the panel, Gabe, and salute to everyone in the chat feed and the rest of you, Lunatic, Tuan, Ben. Always good to see you guys. You can find me
Always.
at there's the link below. Salute Terrence, Abakazi Raider. That's AFAKASI Raider. You can find me on
Yo,
YouTube and on Instagram. So we've been doing a consistent morning show. It's mostly on shout out to Nutty Raider Nate's channel. We go 6:30 till 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, so that's an hour before Lunatic. And then on Thursday mornings, it's on my side of town. So on my channel, we do the Thursday morning shows, Wake Up Nation podcast. But also I do my main stuff is with my Raiders World Order crew. Shout out to On Six and Raider Joe. We get pretty active over the weekends. Of course, like there's a lot of us around, so we're trying to just find a slot which doesn't coincide with everybody. But if you stay tuned, we usually do like a pre-game show on the weekend, and then possibly like a post-game at the start of the week. So that's the things that's going on my channel. But appreciate you guys. Salute to you. I got to carry on as well with my day. So you guys
for
take
sure,
care.
man.
All
You have a good one, man. You have a good one and
Peace.
safe
That's
one out
right.
there, man.
For sure.
Blessings,
Thank you
man.
for putting out, man. Thank you for putting out blessings, man, for sure.
Thank you.
Twan,
Take care.
man.
Hey,
You,
Raider Twan on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else is OGs around here, but you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be the rookie of the year, so I'm putting out content. You know what I'm saying? Consistently. Please subscribe. I just dropped a video live earlier today, talking about training camp, talking about predictions, talking about expectations. And actually, later on tonight, I'll be dropping a video on our quarterback play. Actually working on it and possibly dropping it tonight. So definitely subscribe, click the notification bell because I go live at random. I don't have a specific time or date. You know what I'm saying? When I go live. So when you see me live, you know what I'm saying? It's live for real.
It's
So click that
live, huh?
notification bell and be ready for all the videos that I drop because I don't only just do lives. I actually do videos. I do Ask Twan. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole bunch of things that I got under these sleeves over here. So definitely subscribe to Raider Twan. Get some Raider football, get some NFL football, and get some life motivation at Raider Twan. And again, if you need prayer for you and your family members, hit me up on IG at Twan Twan, TWUAN, TWUAN. And like I always say, your business is between me, you, and the Lord. I ain't gonna put your business out there in the street, so you ain't got to worry about that. Just hit me up on IG, and then I'll definitely be sending prayers your way regarding whatever you ask of. So blessings to everybody. Thank you, Gabe, for having me on for real.
For sure,
And
man.
Loon, you
For
already
sure,
know,
we always
brother. Love
welcome.
you.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
For sure, you're always welcome here, man. Shit, for sure. You thank you for pulling up, man. Shit, it's always good having you on the panel.
Yes, sir.
Shit, man, and shit, Loon, man. The morning man.
Yes, indeed, man. Y'all know Lunatic Raider. You know me, Raiders Allegiance, man. Y'all can catch me here on YouTube, Raiders Allegiance, Twitter, Lunatic Raider, as well as Raiders Allegiance, TikTok, Lunatic underscore Raider, shit, fucking Twitch, which is Raiders underscore Allegiance. You know, I'm everywhere trying to make shit happen, but the season's upon us. I know we're all excited, man. We hope for good things out of our team, man. Gabe, thank you for having me up on here. This is one of I usually been working overtime these last few weeks and it didn't work today or tomorrow. So that's why I said, hey, if y'all got a show, hit me up if you
Yeah,
want me to pull up because I ain't doing shit. And I'm glad I
hell
came up
yeah.
on here, man. I like talking this Raider shit, man, and I appreciate you, man, for real.
Appreciate it, man. I always appreciate everybody, who makes the panel and shit like that, because it makes the show just, more, more knowledgeable, and everybody, you know what I mean, just puts their shit together, and it's just even
For
sometimes
real.
if we, agree to disagree, sometimes it's just healthy, healthy fucking arguments, you know what I mean? Those productive
Oh
arguments,
yeah.
like, they're just, we're just trying to for the better of the team. But I love this shit, man, and we're gonna be doing more of this shit. We're gonna be doing more of this shit on on this channel. You know what I mean? Those of you still in the chat, we're gonna be still doing more of this shit. We're gonna be doing post game shows for sure. We're gonna be doing like quick little post game reactions. Like the little raw emotion. Whoever wants to pull up quick, it's gonna
Yeah.
quick little reaction. How you feel about the win, the loss, the tie, whatever it is. But we're gonna be doing those, and yeah, just keep posted for Tuesdays or Thursdays. You know what I mean? For sure, we're gonna be doing the 420 Smokeout Hour for sure, man. So yeah, man, just big things. Hopefully, big things for this channel. Big things for everybody. That joined the panel. Big things for everybody in the chat, and just big things, especially for the Raiders, man. Let's that's
Let's
what we're here
go.
for, man. So we're all here for the Raiders, man. That's what brings us together here. So let's go Raider Nation, man. And thanks to everybody for in the chat. Thanks for everybody that was here. Thanks for everybody who pulled up. But on that note, man, shit, we out of here. This was a great smokeout hour, and y'all have a fucking great night, man, for sure. Y'all take care.
Time for a refill.
Yeah.
All right.